Hi, and welcome to a demonstration of ActiveMesa Blackmire. Now, Blackmire is a solution for using Roslyn to convert C# code into C++. This is something that you could run on a single file or a project or an entire solution full of projects. But let's take a look at the Blackmire notepad, which lets you quickly visualize C# constructs in C++. So for example, let's have a namespace foo.bar. As you can see on the right, the header file for C++ now has the appropriate declarations with the namespaces spaced out. Let's make a class. Let's make a class called person, for example. As you can see, we have a correspondingly named class in the header file and nothing in the CPP file so far. But as soon as we add something, let's say we add an age field, now we have something in the CPP file as well. So in C#, of course, the default value for an integer field in a class is 0, and C++ does not support this notion automatically. So what Blackmire does is it generates a default constructor and actually initializes this field explicitly. And you can use other types. So for example, if we have string name, or if indeed we have a property called name, then we would have a corresponding field here using std string. But we don't need initialization because in C++ strings they're not even nullable, so that's all right. And similarly, we can support more advanced constructs, like for example nullable types. So if I put a question mark here, this turns into a boost optional declaration. And similarly, the whole idea of using reference types and using shared pointers and that sort of thing is reflected by doing things in C# and then looking at the produced C++ code. So let's suppose a person has an address. So we have a class address here, and this class, well, let's have just the city for now. As you can see, std string being used here again. And now if a person has address, let's say we have address, home address, like so. As you can see, we're using shared pointer to refer to that address. So essentially, the garbage collected nature of C# gets reflected using smart pointers in C++. This is just a small preview of Blackmire, so stay tuned for more demonstrations in the near future.